Hello everyone, welcome to Rockstar Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be doing a what-if scenario in our Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs playthrough. We are actually going to go back and play over a scenario that I skipped in our main story. For all of you who are just tuning in for this particular episode, we have been playing through the main story of Buttons and Bugs using the Bruiser character. When you play through with the Bruiser, you play through scenarios 1 and 2 normally, and then instead of just going to scenario 3 like any other character would, the Bruiser actually jumps over to scenario 4. There's a story reason for it, but today I thought, in the attempt to go over every scenario in this gameplay series, I thought let's go ahead and go back, pick a different character, and play through that skipped scenario. So today we're going to be playing through scenario number 3, In the Walls. I'm going to be playing as the Cragheart here. Different character than I'm used to playing on the other scenarios. I do have him already set up for level 2, as this is a level 2 scenario that we are going to be playing through. I already have over here his level 2 modifier board already set. I switched out his explosive punch ability for Rocky End for his other level 2. And we already technically have everything ready for the scenario. I've also got his weapons that we're going to be using. For this one, I did decide once again to go with Venomous Fang because I thought about using the Rose Thorn knife, but I didn't want to waste the one earth element that he does have on his cards for piercing when I don't need to pierce anything. The one-time use poison will actually work in my mind a lot better, so we'll see how that goes. I'm also using Drop of Power, which during a turn add 1 hit to all of your attacks, so we'll be using that at some point as well. So there is that. I am starting at 13 health already, so let's go ahead and review kind of where we are at in the story. So at the end of scenario 2, the collector asks us, we're trying to get into the Crooked Boat. That's what it is. I don't know what Crooked Nook. Oh, I'm thinking probably Animal Crossing. We're trying to get in there. We've been shrunk down. We fought a bunch of bandits. The collector states that we probably don't want to engage Button directly. So Button is an imp that exists inside this kingdom. There's a whole kingdom that we're potentially going through. And he suggested at the end of scenario 2 to go through a crack in the wall in order to try to bypass some other bandits and whatnot. When we played the Bruiser, we said, nah, we're not going to do that. We're not sneaking around. And we went and attacked bandits for the 3rd scenario in a row. This time, we're actually going to go through a crack in the wall and see what that leads to us. So let's go ahead and get the actual scenario going and pick up our scenario card here. It says scenario 3, In the Walls. Unlike the rest of us, King Button hasn't been shrunk. The collector leads you to a small crack in the wall that is not nearly as small as you. He's the smallest imp you'll ever see, but in this place, he's still a giant. Spent all his life being the runt, and now he gets to be the big man, and it's all gone to his... Uh-oh. A squeaking rises as a host of mice scurries around you. This place has really fallen into disrepair. So, our monsters are going to be the mouse. So I've got the mouse over here ready to go, and our goal is to once again defeat all monsters. We're going to place our board right there once again, raring to go here. The way this scenario does look here, if you can see it a little bit better there, we do have 1, 2, 3 mice across the board. We do have quite a few obstacles to fight through, and we do have 2 different slime hazards that look like they give us poison, and then there is a web in the center that does make it to where you have to, difficult terrain. That's what I'm trying to think of. Difficult terrain, so you do have to use 2 movement to get through it. So let's go ahead and get our mice ready to go. So there's green, there's blue, and there's purple. They all have 9 health right there. The mouse has initiatives of 6, 19, and 46. On initiative 6, he's going to be able to move twice, punch once, and then he's going to have 1 retaliate with a wound to inflict on us. At the initiative 19, he's going to have 3 movement and 2 damage. So there is that. And then finally on initiative 46, if I'm reading the card correctly, it looks like it's going to have a attack of 1, a movement of 2, and then another attack of 2 that has Pierce 2 on it. He's got 9 health, and they all have a retaliate on there. So we are going to see what we can do with most of my cards for the Cragheart. I'm not going first. I don't have anything. I definitely don't have anything below a 6, and I would tie on a 19, which means I do go before him on that one, or them on that one. Let's go ahead and put me on the board. And so we'll see how many times I go first. So when fighting the bandits and the bandit archer in the last couple scenarios, I went first most of the time. This time it's going to be the rats going before me. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out what I'm going to be doing on my first turn. So I think what I'm going to do is play Rocky End. I think that's what we're going to do here with that. Mainly because it's going to be where green is positioned right now. It's going to give me the most bang for my buck with that one. I think I'm also going to use the bottom half of Rock Slide and try to utilize that +1 to all my attacks. That between that +1, the 3 damage from Rocky Inn with the +1 from the 3 different objectives that are obstacles that are currently surrounding it, and with the potential of getting a +2, I could take out the first mouse right away. With that said, I am going to be on initiative 37, so unless they roll a positive and get initiative 46, I'm not hitting them for that much, and I'm probably going to get wrecked myself. I'm also hoping for initiative 46 just because he won't be able to get to me even if he survives the attack. Where I'm at, because I'm not planning on moving this turn, I'm trying to snipe from the sidelines. So let's figure out where they're going to be first in the initiative order. So they're at a positive, so that is okay with me. So they're going to be at positive, they're going to be at initiative 46 right there. So he's going to get a few attacks that he can't even do on me because he can't get to me. This one's going to be stuck in this difficult terrain right there, and the next one's not even going to get that far into the map to take me out or anything like that. So that's all fine, and the retaliate won't work on their end because I'm not adjacent. Retaliate only works on adjacent targets, not necessarily that it's a melee attack, which is like a ranged melee attack or an extended melee attack is what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and first use Rock Slide. So that's going to give me a +1 to all of my attacks this round. And then we're going to go ahead and do the attack for Rocky End. Add 1 for each obstacle adjacent to you or the target. There are 1, 2, 3 obstacles adjacent to the target. So that's going to give me a baseline of 6. That's a baseline of 7 right there. So this attack's either going to do 6, 7, or 9 damage here. So let's figure out. Positive again. Awesome. We're going to move the cube down 1. It's going to give us a +2. So we're going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mouse 1 is done right away. He didn't even have a chance. That is what we like to see on there. So let's go ahead and flip both these to B side, which is going to open up some opportunities for us on the next turn with the earth element right there. So now that I've gone on initiative 37, they're going to go on initiative 46. This one's going to get stuck there. This one's going to go to there, and that's all they're going to be able to do. So I'm thinking, let's see, what am I thinking? On my next turn, I need to get moving. That's what I need to do. I could use Crater on my next turn, and then use Dirt Tornado and use the Earth Element to power up Crater. That way I can move out of the little area that I'm in, move up toward blue and purple. They're going to go ahead of me anyway. Move up toward blue and purple, and then try to do that AoE attack for Dirt Tornado and do a melee attack to get up next to blue and at least start whittling them down. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's see where they're going to go on their initiative. How many attacks did I do before? I just did one big attack, that's right. Let's go ahead and do that. So their initiative 6 with the negative. So they're definitely going well before me. They're going to have a double retaliate, looks like. And then they're going to be able to wound me when I do this. So that's going to stink. But this one's only going to get to here, it looks like. And then this one's going to go 1, 2. That is where that is going to go. Right, so we're still good. We just need to figure out exactly where to place this dirt tornado. So the way it looks right now is that I'm at 1, 2, and I can hit this one with it. Or again, if I move, I'm going to get 2 different retaliates is the problem. If I do this. So I might have to just forget about purple for right now and just do the first one here and then run up to the second one so that way I don't get a double retaliate, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, because it's only potentially 1 damage anyway. The way we're doing it, it's either adding 1 damage to 2 different models there, or I'm adding 3 straight damage to another model. So let's go ahead and do that. So before moving, we're going to do Dirt Tornado. We're going to put the range square here, so it's going to affect... How does that affect? Can I get... No, I'm not going to be able to get them that way, because it has to be within it. So yeah, he's going to be at the center of it, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and go with that. Let's go ahead and do Dirt Tornado's attack. Minus, so that is negated anyway. But it does look like they would still get the disadvantage on that one. So blue does get a disadvantage token, because I attacked it with it. So there's that, and then we're going to go... let's see, I don't want to be stuck, so let's go ahead and 1, 2 right there, and now we're going to burn that earth element. I'm going to use that to indicate that. Go ahead and burn that earth element to do... Actually, no, yeah, it's where we're not doing the top, we're doing bottom. So it's going to let me move, and then hit for 3 damage. So let's go ahead and do that 3 damage. We're going to move you down and neutral. So neutral does give me a +1. So it's going to be 4 damage to that one. So it brings him down to 5. Alrighty, so that is all my turns there. That goes up there. This goes back over here to B side. And that is going to be that. I did take a wound. I took a wound. So there's that. I do take a double retaliate from it, so it's going to bring me down to 11, because I get retaliate from here and retaliate from here. So that's 2 damage to retaliate. So we'll move that off of there. So let's see where they're going to get going to. So let's go ahead and roll the die for their movement. Their initiative 19, I wasn't even planning. I didn't even pick my cards first, but I would have done Avalanche and Sentient Growth right there, because I do want to hit both of them with Avalanche, use the Earth element to get another attack from that. I might actually even use a drop of Power Potion with it, while I'm giving myself a bunch of healing, a bunch of movement ability, and getting another attack with it. So, because I'm going to be taking a lot of retaliates right now. So yeah, they rolled the 19 on there, so they're going to go, this one's just going to go here and attack me for 2. And actually, let me move my cubes. So there's that one. They haven't... I don't think they've attacked me. Yeah, that's the first thing of damage I took. So no one's attacked me yet. So this is their first actual attack on me. So it's a negative, so they're going to hit me for 1. And that's why I haven't moved this cube down. And then they are going to move the other one down here. And that is okay with me on that. So I think what we're going to do is, I'm not going to use Sentient Growth yet, although I would want to do that first just because I've got a negate on me over there. But we're going to go ahead and go with Avalanche. We're going to use the Earth element right there to do 4 damage, plus hopefully another 5 that would take out Blue Mouse, and it's also going to allow us to go for purple right there. So I'm going to go ahead and go first with, let's go ahead and go with blue first. He has it a neutral, so I'm going to take, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, neutral is 0, so blue is, oh, I took a damage on my beginning of my turn, because I have the wound. Let's go ahead and make sure all that's there. So I'm down to 9. Yeah. So 3, 4, 0, so nothing else added. Although I did say I was going to do drop a power potion on this turn, so that would have given me 5. I did say I was going to do that. So drop a power potion would have given me 5. That is donezo, so that does give me 5. So blue is gone. And I didn't do the disadvantage on his target anyway, so that's fine. So that's going to move us down 1, and then with this attack, oh no, we're still on this attack right here because we still have somebody for that. Let's go ahead and do that roll. And that brings me down to a positive, which is a ×2, so 5, or 3, 4, 5 from this. That is 5 times 2 is 10. So that brings me down to 0 on that one. So that one is also dead. I'm pausing because, again, behind the scenes, this is the 4th time I've played this, 2nd time this morning, 2 times last night. This is the 4th time I have played through this scenario trying to get it filmed, and yeah, the fact that I just beat everything, the fact that I just one-shotted everything kind of makes me a little worried that I did something wrong. I'll find out in editing, but yeah, that is the scenario, I think. Sweet. So now that that is done and we've gotten taken care of the rats, so let's go ahead and read the end of the, I'm also going to make sure I didn't shut off any cameras. Let's go ahead and read the rest of the scenario. It says, you emerge from the crack on the other side of the wall to find a crowd has gathered to investigate the sounds. At the front is a very large or very small, depending on perspective, imp carried on a button throne. Capture the intruders, King Button roars. Play scenario 5, Buttons Arena. So if I can find it. So basically we've done scenario 3 and scenario 4 at this point, and every single one of them, they have ended the scenario with us getting captured in some arbitrary way and King Button yelling, capture the intruders, and we are now taken to Button's Arena, essentially. So so that is the thing with the game. So you get a little bit of different flavor with the actual scenarios, but the story looks like it's going to be a linear progression regardless, because even when you cut over to another character, like a personal story arc for the character, you're eventually going to get right back to the main 20 scenarios there. So, but that's fine with me. I'm enjoying the story so far, so I'm excited to see what happens next with the arena. I believe we're going to go back to the Bruiser for that one, because that's our main point of view character for this run through. We will see the Cragheart again, because the Cragheart later on, I believe it's toward the end of the different scenarios, like I think scenario like 17 or 18, somewhere around there. That's where the story has you play as the Cragheart for one alternate scenario. So that is how that one goes. So let's go ahead and take a look. Actually, where is our scenarios? So it looks like we do continue on with this. We are going to actually, we'll have an opportunity after the Buttons Arena scenario to play as another character on there. So there is that. So if you guys are interested in these videos and you want to see more of them, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Make sure to comment on anything that you've seen here, if I've did something wrong during the playthrough or anything like that. If you just want to congratulate me for the apparent quick work I did with the mice, that would be awesome too. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's going to be it for me. I have been Eric. This has been Rockshire Gaming, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.